let me try and bring in Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense expert as well. Major Shah, the CBI now moving for a fresh FIR into this incident, into this case. They have, of course, been given charge now by the MHA. Do you believe this is the correct decision?
Well, the MHA, the Senate had given the charge to CBI, yes, for the further inquiry. And yes, it's perfectly fine. Whatever the government will decide. The government would be having the best interest. They would be knowing the best. In fact, they have all the power and the control. One has to abide by what they are saying, yes. But the fact is now, is it the correct decision? Yes. I think there has to be a forensic search of this device. And one has to know, we saw of a few seconds, about 27 odd seconds. So we should know also what happened before and after, and whoever this device belonged to, and what was, because there's a huge mob, which there were 3 women. In fact, 2 women was very, very clearly, it was a video with objectionable content, which should not have gone so viral, and people should not spread such even then, it was hurtful from both the sides. Even if I am a Maithei man, because I know Maitheis very well, they are not like that. It's like it's portrayed the entire community like that. So it wasn't a bad taste that one cannot brand any particular community. I know cookies, they are very good people. Maitheis are very good people. Something has really terribly gone wrong somewhere that one can sit across the table and talk. Now the very fact is the correct decision whether the CBI is going to be charging a fresh FIR. It's perfectly fine as long as the inquiry comes out soon, because justice delayed is justice denied. And the very fact is the lady has already lost her father. She's already lost her brother. She is lucky to have survived, poor thing. And a lot of people, her relatives were saying that, you know, I mean, what kind of a life is she going to be living now? The very fact that all the torture and such things. And it was disgraceful. As a man, I truly hang my head in shame. We all should hang our heads in shame, in fact, because even men, all men are not that way. So women will project us. They will think that, oh, man, dirty mind. I mean, that's what. So it was really, really bad, terrible. It was heartbreaking, distressing. And worst part, there's been violence from both ends there. And when any particular tribe or community, caste, creed, religion gets branded, that is something because of a few miscreants, of a few people who are perverts, who are dirty-minded, who are troublemakers, who are the worst form of criminals. I mean, even to say criminals will be bad. The worst form of arsenals, the worst form of violence creators.
Absolutely. Major Shah, you know, we did see recently also a report come out where the government had questioned the Assam Rifles on why 718 infiltrators were allowed in over the last weekend. Obviously, this is a porous border, which is why fencing work perhaps does need to be prioritized in the manner that now finally it is.
Right, Uday, you know, I will tell you the More and the Tamu border. I'm just giving an example. Like, you know, there is More at the end of Manipur, and then there's Tamu from the Myanmar side, and there's a red and white bridge over there. I have some very nice memory of that place. Now I will tell you, it's a kind of a friendly pact between, there's an agreement where somebody from Myanmar can come into India without a visa and a passport, just by a written slip from the Gaon Buddha, from the village Sarpanch, from the headman of the village. And similarly, an Indian can go across to Myanmar 16 kilometers deep inside. But how do we monitor that the person who's going across either side is going 60 kilometers only and not beyond that? It is actually practically difficult. And now the entire 398 kilometer stretch of the Indo-Myanmar border, it is actually very, very porous, as you rightly brought out. So it's so porous, it is very coolly and very friendly. In fact, that bridge is a very friendly bridge. So it is very difficult. Now, if a Mayank is like, say, Brian would be a Mayank, you would be Mayank, I would be a Mayank. Somebody from outside Manipur, we have to, like Swati Manipal just went to Manipur, the big news, right? So now when she goes, a Mayank would need an RAP, Restricted Area Permit, and ILP, Inner Land Permit, to come into Manipur. So the very fact is now this biometric, firstly, it's a very, very good idea. I don't know why we did not think of it earlier. The fencing, which was perceived to be impossible, but when push came to shove, right now we would be fencing it, hopefully, and that's a very, very good idea. The first thing, the fencing had to be stopped, had to be done completely.
Right. In fact, we're getting more breaking news now coming in. Security forces will be taking biometric details of people entering Manipur from Myanmar. So these are big updates. This is further another security measure being taken, Major Shah.
Absolutely, Uday. Uday, I'm totally in favor of it, and it's a very, very welcome step. The technology has advanced so much in company offices, in corporate offices. We have biometrics. We have a person punch in and punch out morning, evening. And so similarly now, there's a problem like when a person comes 16 kilometers deep inside and for how many days he's coming, it should all be kept under check, under record, every single thing. And biometric, see, technology will not favor anybody. Technology will not lie. Technology will be very, very fair and square. So I think I am totally in favor of it. This is a very, very good idea. And the fencing, again, I think this is, see, actually, I'll tell you, Uday, just give me 2 minutes with uninterrupted time. I think solving the Manipur crisis, I've heard a lot of people coming on big panels.
Right, we're getting more breaking news now coming in. Right, Brian Thomas and Major Shah, thank you both for joining us on the broadcast.